All right. It's good, SAFL. It's me and Adam back at it again. Late night tonight, late night, real late night, We we both had a little busy day, but we are there. What's good, Adam?
What's going on, Rob? Yeah, man, it's a late one, but we gotta do what we gotta do to get it done. So here we are.
All right. Well, I think this show is one you guys maybe been looking out for because everybody's been asking in the chat today. Oh, when are we gonna see this? When are we gonna see that? Uh, all the content to come out throughout the week, throughout the next, let's say 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Hopefully before semis, we'll have everything out. Uh, so all right, so let's get into that. We're gonna get into our all stars, the guys the studs that have been playing this season. Uh, we're gonna start with our upper division D1. All right, some regular names on here and some new names. I was looking at some of the statistics and stuff like that. There were some guys who had some numbers that maybe I didn't expect to see with some of the numbers. Uh, all right, we're gonna start off the first. Well, the list is in order by team, so it's not. There's no particular order like guys are better than any other guys. It's just all the all stars. I'm gonna let you take it, Adam. You can start at the top.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Sims perennial all star in our league. He's one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in our entire league. So, no surprise there. Christian had 13 touchdowns this season, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So sneaky find there. But he had an incredible season. He was a really consistent player, and he and Simba obviously had really good chemistry. Miguel, no surprise. Amit, no surprise. Zane, really good player for AK, obviously. I want to shout out Sean and X, who are on my team, the Assassins. Obviously, we had attendance issues, but the two of them, when they were there, Sean especially, he was there a lot. They were some of the driving forces of our team. So I'm happy to see that they got some recognition there. And also shout out to Dre and Lee on RD. They were
Mm-hmm.
good additions to the team, and it's nice to see Ken back on that list. I know the last few years he hasn't been on it, but he had sort of a comeback season here. So happy to see him back on there. And then, congrats to everybody. I don't know if there's anyone here, Rob, that you think you want to shout out, but it's kind of my
I'm
list.
neat over there. Also, I seen him a few times this season. He's looking back like him. He's looking closer to the I'm neat I've known over the years. Cal. Well, some of these guys are just regulars, right? Yash, Anthony, Cal, Gene and Lionel. Listen, if y'all don't know, I always rave about Lionel and Gene. They're brothers, from what I know. They have come in and they just been playing amazing. Uh, Shoe or come like I don't know. We could have some of these people. They're always all stars, especially in D1. Um, mm, Allen, that's Roach. If you guys don't know, Allen, DJ Will. Okay, Anthony from the Gators, right? He is a reception machine. This last week I seen him, but he didn't they didn't throw him the ball as much this last week, but all season long he's been killing over there. Parrish, Ramy, uh, and Will with those damn the hip movements where he drops the level and makes people miss flags. Well, congratulations, Dre. Dre, Adam already mentioned you. You one of my favorite QBs, man. But congratulations, all you guys who made it for the D1 All Stars. All right, let's move on to our biggest division, D2.
Yeah, I could kick it off. No surprise to see James there. He's the Gladiators' top weapon. I was really happy to see, obviously, Brian and Q. They were the engines to our offense, so makes perfect sense to me that they're there. Miguel, a two-time All-Star. He's obviously an amazing player in this division, in this league. Yeah, man. No surprises here. Congrats to everyone here who had an amazing season. You guys clearly deserve it. So great to see everything. And then I'm gonna guess the last person is Hargy.
Yeah.
If that's really awesome to see. For those of you who don't know, Hargy is one of the staples of AK. Battled through some really tough injuries the last few years, but um, not only did he overcome them by just working out and getting back in shape, he's now an all-star. So kudos to him, and that's really difficult to do what he did, and now he's back here killing it again. So, congrats to him, man. Congrats to everybody. Well-deserved nominations as the all-stars of the D2 season.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Andy from Savages. I know you guys haven't been able to add up the wins, but we noticed you out there balling over there. Hash looking like I seen Hash pull down a one-handed catch the other day, so he's still trucking on as one of the older guys in the league. Hasib, oh my God, I just seen a video of him on on IG
Yeah.
today. Oh man. Um, and some of these guys are just regulars. Jason. Okay, Nicholas from the Gladiators. Everybody knows James, but y'all gotta pay attention. Nicholas is out there balling. Thomas from Gladiators, two-way player, plays both sides of the ball, gets a lot of picks. I'm missing anybody. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Oh, it looks like
I'm
Zane's
good
a
with that.
two-time All-Star too. Actually, now that I look at it.
Oh yeah. Well, Zane gets a lot of targets. That's what I realized. No matter where he is, he
Yeah.
gets a lot of targets. Abdul, we see you out there, bro. Y'all are killing it. It's gonna be fun to see you guys in the playoffs. Um, I'm good with that. So we're gonna move on to D3. Oh, the chatty division all of a sudden.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah, we're
is
gonna get into that a little later.
all right.
Yep, I'll start it off again, man. So first of all, Yasir, no surprise. Um, I think I want to shout out selfishly some of my guys on the Thunder team. Aha, Justin, Haresh, Ali, Yusuf, Curtis. Wow, we have a lot of all stars. That's
Mm-hmm.
weird. But look, they're all amazing players. They're building a culture there that I'm really proud of, and they've stuck with it. So hats off to them. Hats off to Cap on the Browns. He had a really good season. I was looking at the stats today. Shout out to Anas, a sneaky, underrated, great two-way player. Not only can he receive, but he's also pretty damn good quarterback. If you're a team who needs a
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, you know he's available, I highly suggest you bring him on because he's a spark plug to the offense. Shout out to Sofan. He's the leader for the Wildcats. He plays everything for them. Shout out to Carlos. He's another stud for the Wildcats. For any D2 guys looking for a guy to pick up, I certainly suggest reaching out to him. He's underrated in our league. And Shark as well. He had a really good season. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to everyone here. Congrats to you guys on having a wonderful season.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Sahel and Anas because they've both played good enough in this division on the same team to make it as a QB.
Yeah.
And Sahel's also doing it as a receiver, if you've seen some of his numbers. And his nephew, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Listen, I don't want to mess it up, but he's been balling over there.
Abroad.
Abra, yeah, he's been balling. Trying to look at, did I miss anybody? Oh, those guys from Scott's Tots. I actually think I'm missing one. I'm gonna add it later. Don't worry. I'll give you an updated list. I think Marsal
Yeah.
should have made it as QB.
It looks like Tom Kurz is also a two-time All-Star.
Yeah, he's balling, man. To be honest, bro, any team can add him and he'll be useful.
Yeah,
Any
it
team,
was
any division. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm missing Marsal. I didn't forget about you. You're just not on this list. I got you though. I got you. You are an all-star. Everybody else, just congratulations. Sometimes you just need a little recognition. We notice you.
Yeah, I do want to call out one snub. I don't see Hash on here. He has turned the Wildcats offense around when he's there as a QB. So it
Mm,
doesn't look like he made the list. It was probably because of lack of attendance. He probably just snuck in on that eligibility, but he has made that team look completely different when he's there. So shout out to him. I think he should be an
absolutely.
all-star as well.
All right, so it looks like we got to amend this list a little bit. Like noticeably, I thought it was there, but it wasn't. So we'll get to that. All right, Adam. So what are we gonna do? Move on into these playoff
Let's do it,
matchups?
man. A lot to talk about.
Yeah. So, oh snap! Oh, you know what? Let me go back for a second. I got to clear us off a little bit. Get us to the side. All right. I think we're good. So, Adam, assassins or AK?
Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one. I have a suspicion that Assassin's attendance will look better than it has all season. So, with that being said, I don't know what team we're gonna have. I know the team AK is gonna have. So, if we have the team that I hope we have, this is gonna be a great game with really dynamic playmakers, and it's gonna be a fun one to watch. That being said, I don't know what team the Assassins are going to put out there. So if I'm out there catching a lot of passes, you know that we have bad attendance. So uh, yeah, that's
No, you're selling yourself short, Adam. You're selling yourself
but
short.
nah. Obviously, we can't take AK lightly. They are they're a legacy team. They continue to be really really good. So um, looking forward to a fun one. I hope my guys can show up and ball out because I know when they're there, we could be one of the best teams in the entire league. So excited to see what comes
Okay.
out of it.
So I'm gonna unfortunately I gotta pick AK in this game. I think the experience is gonna show, and I think AK is gonna be the AK that we know going into this game. You guys are gonna show up. If your guys show up, it won't be a walkover game. It'll be a tough game, but I have AK pulling this one out and being AK. Uh, and then we can go on to the Gators RDs.
Yeah, I think RD's Cinderella story ends here. Unfortunately, I think the Gators, while they have looked shaky all season, are still the Gators, and they're gonna find a way to pull this one out. If they do win, they being RD, I think you're gonna need to see Dre put on a pretty big performance. I think he still has a great game, but I think the Gators' experience just shows here, and I have them pulling it out and moving on to the next round. But shout out to RD, man. I hope you guys can bring it, but I think Gators are gonna take this one.
You know what, Adam? This game right here, I'm gonna go with the underdogs. I'm gonna go
Ooh,
with the underdog.
really? Okay.
I'm going with the
Upset alert?
underdogs. Yeah, I think I this is not that I don't want to I'm not saying anything definitively, but if there's gonna be an upset this playoffs,
Yeah.
this is the game that it can happen. Dre can be if Dre can be dynamic enough, I think he can do enough to win this game. Gators play a short roster. So I think if Dre can impose his will on this game, maybe run a little bit more because he runs when he has to. He doesn't run just to run. He's always looking downfield. He's always looking to throw. But I think if he can impose his will on this game, and they catch the ball, they've been looking really good. They've been using Ken a little bit more, which means that you have that steady guy to throw the ball to. That makes the offense move. This is gonna be a game. This is gonna be a game to watch. Um, I'm gonna I'm not just going on the opposite side of you. RD's in a close one.
Okay. We'll
RD's
see.
in a close one. No disrespect to the Gators. It's no disrespect to the Gators. This is the move this is the step I think RDs have to take. So I'm gonna go
Let's
with
see.
that. Adam's gonna be asking me about that next week if I'm wrong.
Oh, I
All right.
promise you. Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to RD2.
Here we go. All right. So wild card matchup. So for those of you who don't know how this works, I think you do at this point, but just to reiterate, the final four seeds, the final being the last four seeds, need to play a playing game, and then we'd reseed to then play the two highest seeds. So in this case, this year it's Outlaws, Silent Hill, who are the 7th and 10th seed, Brick Squad, and Savages, who are the 8th and 9th. The highest seed remaining after those two games will go on to play the Thunder. The lowest seed remaining will go on to play the Gladiators. So if I had to venture to guess based on what I've seen over the last few weeks, Thunder's probably going to run into Outlaws. And the last time we played them, we won 25-0, but that was a completely different team that we played last time. So we're certainly not sleeping on them. I'm kind of hoping we don't have to see them, but if we do, it is what it is. But I think Outlaws are going to win a close one against Silent Hill. And then Brick Squad and Savages. Brick Squad played Gladiators really tough last week. I don't know if you saw. It was a 2-possession game, but it was only I want to say 18-9, something like that. Maybe it was something really, maybe 18-6. I don't know, something really close, closer than you would think. So I know Brick Squad has it in them. I think they're gonna, as long as they wake up, I think they can pull this one out. So I got Outlaws and Brick Squad advancing to the next round to play the Gladiators and Thunder.
Okay, so these games are kind of hard to call. Silent Hill to me is possibly the most athletic team in the division. Possibly, they're very athletic for every guy on the roster. If they can take a page out of the Thunder book and go man and force the QB to make tight throws and receivers to catch closely defended passes, they can get out of this game. They have the scrambling QB now. That is a problem. So this game is really tough for me to call. I got to take somebody, right? Well, I'll go back to that game. I'll go back to that game. Let me drop down to the bottom. Brick Squad, Savages. Okay. Heavy dose. If it's Anwar's QB, heavy dose of Andy can get you out of this game. A heavy dose of Andy. You got to use Andy like you used Q when you were with the Thunder. He's dynamic enough. He's not as shifty as Q, but if you get him the ball, he makes things happen. Heavy dose Andy. And I think they can get past Brick Squad. Brick Squad, they're coming along, but the talent to me at Brick Squad is at QB, and the rest of the guys have to pick it up a little bit. Jaden, he plays pretty well, so we're gonna see. But so I'm going on the opposite side of you here. I think it looks like I'm gonna go Savages down there, and at the top, I don't want to bet against the Outlaws. I'm not picking it. I'm not picking in that game. I like those two.
You got to pick. Got to do something. You've been watching.
Got it. Damn it! It can't be a tie like during the season, right?
No more ties. No more ties.
Oh shit! All right, I got to pick Outlaws there. Then I got to pick Outlaws.
So all right, we could probably move on to the other games. Brown Suicide Squad. I'll start with that, I guess. This is a tough one. I think Suicide Squad lost last week, which was surprising to me.
They didn't play a good first half.
Got it.
They didn't play
I don't think that happens again. I think Suicide Squad's going to clean it up. I don't think it'll be easy because this is the Browns and this is Shoe and this is the playoffs. So he's going to be heady. He's going to try his little tricks. But I think Suicide Squad's talent is going to show here. And I have them advancing to the next round. And then with Sleepers Powerpuff, I just think it's too early it's too early for either of these teams, to be honest. Too early in the morning. I don't mean too early for anything else. But I'm going to go Sleepers. I think their superstars are just going to be superstars. I think Antluce is going to have a big day. I think Terrence is going to have a big day. So I got Sleepers advancing, but I think Powerpuff was the team in like that lower half that you didn't want to see. So the Sleepers better not sleep, and I don't think they are. But I think they're going to win a close one.
I got sleepers in that matchup. Also, big game from Anthony Lewis, like you said. Um, mm, it's it's not going to be an easy game because Powerpuff are experienced. So, but the sleepers I think have too
Yeah.
much for them
They
at
got a
this
little too much
point.
juice. Yeah.
Yeah. Brown Suicide Squad. This is a watching the last game. It came down to a catch. One catch ties the game. We go, we leave in a tie probably, right? Suicide Squad can they have the personnel to be able to go man, and I don't think they're gonna come out as bad as they came out the first half of that game because they just weren't. It just wasn't going like they weren't catching the ball. Jay was Jay, you know what I mean? But there was a lot of drops. They were on field 3. So I don't know if the field the field being turned definitely threw them off or something. There was lots of drops. See them picking it up, and it's still a tough game to call because you can't bet against you. You can't bet against you, but a heavy dose of high seed might be too much. And he's playing at high level right now. Heavy dose of high seed. But I'm also gonna go Suicide Squad. So we agree on that.
I didn't realize this, and I should have. I guess I didn't put two and two together. Miguel is a receiver on Suicide Squad. I
Yes.
forget that.
Was he
I
there?
forget that.
He was. I don't think he was there in
No, he
the
played QB
last
for
match.
them 2 weeks ago. Yeah, but he's a receiver
No,
for
but he
them.
wasn't there last week.
Got it. Yes,
Yeah, I
right.
don't recall him
Miguel,
being there last.
he adds a whole dynamic to your offense. So
Yeah. So they'll have to slow down shoes. Shoe throws a lot of passes throughout the game. They got to slow down that offense a little bit. But if Suicide Squad is full powered, I think they have too much.
yeah,
So
agreed.
so we agree there. So then we would are we so this week do we get they go right into the next game?
No, so Sleepers, Powerpuff, Browns, Suicide Squad only play one game. The only
Okay.
teams that are going to play 2 games are the winners of the wildcard rounds or the playing
Okay,
games.
that's what I mean. So we're gonna get So since we're picking, so we can select. We both have Outlaws playing the Gladiators. So what do you got there?
No, Outlaws would end up playing Thunder.
Oh, you're right. So Outlaws
Since they're not-
Thunders, and it would be who did we pick in the bottom? We picked
We
Savages. I mean,
split.
I
I
picked
had the Brick
Savages. You
Squad
picked
and you had
Brick.
Savages.
All right. So I have well, I got you guys over Outlaws. I think you're gonna make it too difficult for the QB.
We'll see what the attendance looks like. That's all I'll say.
Really?
That's all I'll say.
I hope that would be terrible. Hopefully, we guys have
It would be
everybody.
tough. There would be a tough way to end the season, but
Yeah, but
not. We no need to hide anything. We'll see what the attendance looks like. Gladiators, Brick Squad. I have too much respect for the Gladiators. I'll pick them. I think they show out.
Yeah, I don't think as much we have to say. I don't think as much we have to say about that. Whoever gets out of that first round matchup, the lowest seed, your playoff is gonna end at the Gladiators. So, all right. And our newly most hyped division, we're gonna move on to D3. All right, what you got, Adam?
Well, first of all, thank you to D3 for making the chat fun again. These D1 and D2 guys are too nice to each other. They don't talk like you guys do. So I appreciate you all, making it fun, making it exciting, adding some spark to this division. I'm excited for these games, man. To be honest, there was a time in this season where I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that excited for D3, but now that we're sort of at the full circle moment, I'm really looking forward to these games. I'm looking forward to both of the games here. I'll start with TA Wildcats. I think TA is the favorite in the entire division. I know I give them a lot of grief. I know Thieves Avenue. I know how much you guys talk about it. Trust me, I got ears everywhere. I get how you feel. That being said, I still think you guys are the favorites. Trust me, I know. I'm aware. But that being said, I still think they're the favorites. I think Yasir and the rest of the crew have a chip on their shoulder. They have something to prove. I think they lost at the right time, believe it or not. So I think they're gonna play really well. If Hash can be there and those Wildcats receivers actually decide to catch the ball, you're gonna have a really good game on your hands. And Thieves Avenue defense is gonna need to step up. That being said, last time I saw them play, they did not have an answer for Yasir, and I think that is the difference. I think he has a huge game. I think he's going to play with a lot of heart. I think they come out guns blazing. So I got them winning a really good game. And then Thunder Sleeper. So, this is tough. Thunder last week looked like the best team in the division. So if they can maintain that, I think this will be a really close one with the Sleepers. If they don't, obviously, I think Sleepers take it. So that one's too close for me to call. But just so I don't hear anything from the Sleepers, I'll pick them. But I honestly don't
know. What time is that game?
10:40, right after their D2 game.
So then you're gonna get fresh leg sleepers, not the late 3 o'clock window sleepers who are gonna be bored on the sideline.
Yeah. Both rosters have some players playing in the 9:20 slot, and then they play 10:40. So I think it's evenly sort of spread out that way.
So that's gonna help the sleepers. You won't get the extracurricular activity sleepers. They're gonna be fresh out of that game, and they're gonna be playing top level. Who's QBing for the Thunder?
I think Justin's gonna be QB moving forward.
So Justin's gonna be QBing. That was a big change. Justin is QB'd in D1. He struggled in D1, but most people would struggle in D1.
Well, it wasn't D1. It was before we split.
What do you mean? With one division, but he had to play against everybody. So if you can go playing against the super speed guys, where now the game is slowed down a little bit in D3, he's probably out there looking at it like this is easy. So that was a big change for you guys. I got to pick somebody, right? I want to pick the Thunder. I do. I want to pick the Thunder. You pick the sleepers. I'm gonna go with the Thunder here. I'm gonna go with the Thunder here. Justin, Kurt's gonna make a difference again in this game. So I'm gonna go with the Thunder there. TA versus Wildcats. I'm gonna go with TA because basically, if you don't have an answer for Yasir, you can't beat them. So Wildcats, you got to figure out the answer for Yasir. I don't know if you guys have one yet. So that's a simple one. Now, they don't play. Do they play this tomorrow? The second? No?
No, it's just the one game.
Okay. All right. So we don't got it. We could get to that next week. All right. So I guess what else? Anything else for the people, Adam?
Nah, man. Congrats on a great season, everybody. Looking forward to the playoffs. I know emotions are going to be high. I encourage it. I love the trash talk. I love all that extra energy. Bring it. I want to see it on the field. I promise you I'm going to bring it. I'll probably forget I'm the commissioner when I'm out there playing at some point. So apologies in advance. Apologies in advance. I am a dog first. I would just encourage you guys to keep it civil, keep it respectful. That way, if Fabio's yelling at you, you did something wrong. So you don't want Fabio yelling at you.
Hey, it's gonna be fun to see, guys. I'm glad that everybody's excited. Everybody's excited, like to see D3 come up and be excited to play. It just makes everything, makes the addition of D3 look like the perfect decision. So, good luck to everybody this weekend. I will be out there. I'm not 100% if I'll actually be doing anything, but I will be out there to watch you guys. Adam, my guy, I guess I may see you later we may be back on here later during this week, depending on
possibly. Actually, I do have one more thing to say now that I think about it. For you teams who need to recruit for next season, these are the weeks that you do it. You plan it in the players' head now who you want on your team. So if you're a team that struggled with rosters and you saw a couple guys who you thought would really make your team better, this is when you start talking about it. So find the group chats that have those scrimmages running. We have scrimmages running all year round. Get in touch with them. This is how you make your team grow, your organization grow. So that's it. I'm good now. Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess me and Adam are out of here. I know we didn't get everybody to tune in tonight, but you guys will see it in the morning. And peace out, SAFL. All right, Ad.
See you Saturday. Peace.
See you Saturday.